All right, guys. Welcome back. We're in the next section of the book by Neveu. And now we're getting into the non-independent forms. What I mean by that is all those verb forms and constructions that can't come at the beginning of a section, but they have to have something else before them. Part of that are the so-called continuative forms. I hope I pronounced that right. The continuing forms, of which there are two, really, the sequential and the conjunctive. Both very, very frequently used. If you've taken a look at longer narrative texts in late Egyptian, you'll have seen the sequential a lot of times already. Conjunctive, we had it a few times. Now we're going to introduce it formally. I've prepared the former one for today. Let's see how far we get. And I think we'll probably do the conjunctive the next time. So what do they do? Are they interchangeable? No, they have very different use cases in general. As a quick overview, so they're both non-initial. They don't stand at the beginning of a paragraph or sentence, but they continue the action from whatever came before in the sentence. They get their tense also from whatever came before. So in that sense, they're tense-free. And there are two major forms, like I said, the sequential. Well, there are two forms, period. The sequential is mostly used in a narrative context. So imagine you have some kind of, for example, a past SEGMF or some other kind of verb form, and then you continue it by yuicher, something, something, infinitive, yuicher, another infinitive, yuicher z, and then I did this, and then this, and then this, basically. So whatever you did goes into the infinitive. The cher is very often left out, and we're used to that by now. And basically, of course, any other suffix pronoun could come here. And you can string a lot of them together. So that's a way how to have a continuous narration. Normally, that would be in the past, for obvious reasons. The conjunctive, on the other hand, is normally used after statements about the future, after wishes, commands, oaths. So, for example, do something, something, and then took her X, with X again being an imperative. So do something and then also do something else. So you wouldn't string multiple imperatives, or normally you don't string multiple imperatives directly one after the other. I guess maybe you could in some circumstances, but the normal way is imperative followed by conjunctive, followed by another conjunctive. Same for wishes. May you do something, something, and then took her, and then another infinitive. Important. What I transcribed as an X here is always an infinitive. So unlike, for example, the first present, which looked quite similar to this, right? You can't put statives in there. You can't put M plus motion verb or a non-verbal adverbial predicate or something. This is strictly for infinitives only. Another difference, if you want to negate it, like, for example, the first present, you would negate with ben. These two forms both use term before the infinitive. So if you wanted to say, and then don't do something, it would be took her tem, and then the infinitive. So it's easy to remember. They both use term before the infinitive. So far, so good? All right.
Yep.
Hi, Christopher. You made it.
Hello, everyone. How are you all?
Good. How are you? Hope I didn't
Good.
confuse it with the time mistake I made in the announcement. That's just
No, no,
usual.
no, no.
Okay, cool. All right, we're just doing a quick overview of the continuing forms, beginning of part 3 of the book by Neveu, and essentially forms that are used to continue whatever was said at the beginning of the sentence. They take the tense from the beginning of the sentence, and two major forms, sequential, which uses the you plus subject plus infinitive, and the conjunctive, mostly used for future and wishes, which uses took. And we've seen that quite a bit. Oh, no, M2 plus subject. Could be a nominal subject, could be another pronoun. Yeah, all use the infinitive, like I said, and tem for negation. And let's go into some examples for the first one, for the sequential. So like I said, you, F, or you plus subject, her, and then sejim. typically used to tell or not used to tell a series of events. Um, and this is a specifically late Egyptian form. You don't really use this in Middle Egyptian. I think you would use Sejm and Fs, if I'm not mistaken. And interestingly, in Demotic, they switched to long strings of past ZMFs. The first time I saw that when I started to read, oh, they also use it for Neo-Middle Egyptian then. One of the text for Horizon says when I went into that, I thought like, ooh, this is weird. Past ZM, past ZMF, past ZMF, past ZMF, past ZMF, like this long string. And if you're used to late Egyptian, that doesn't really happen that way. They use the sequential. Let's look at an example, for example. Few words you'll need for this one. Irihau is to take possession of something or take possession of a person, which means to seize, arrest. In this case, we're talking about things, though. Per and Secha is a portable shrine. And this word I think we had before. Icha or Ichau is a thief. So yeah, if anybody wants to try that sentence, has a few sequentials in there. We can talk about that in a moment. But let's first figure out what it means.
I can take a stab at it.
That sounds good.
Okay, Jedef,
Hmm.
Sejmi,
Right.
Erjed, Naramech,
Mhm.
Henu,
Yeah.
Eriret Po,
Mhm. Yeah. Yes, very good.
Empai, Per and Sicha.
Mhm. Mhm. Very good.
Just pause there.
Yeah, Ken, sure. Mhm.
Okay, so he said, um, I heard,
Mhm.
um, Jed, I'm not sure about this, or Jed. It's not future, right?
No, a jet is one of the ways how you can say that.
Oh,
So it's like the that in English. So it's just I heard that.
I heard that the people,
Mhm.
um, this is to run, right? Henu,
Right.
ran to take possession of this portable shrine.
Perfect. Okay, that is correct. Want to go on?
Sure, unless someone else wants to take over. Okay. Ue Shem,
Again. UE Shem. Mhm.
Ue Gem. This is poetic.
Mhm.
Pi, oh God, how do you say six? I forget.
You, I think.
Okay. Remech,
Probably yes.
Ijedu,
Mhm.
and Remech, okay. Ijedu, Ichai,
Mhm.
Pi, Kamen.
That's a name, yeah. I pay come in.
Oh, okay.
As visible from the little
Uh,
man afterwards. Mhm.
uh, Aka,
Correct.
Aka.
Yeah, the font is not nice to us here, but it's just aka, which means exactly. It's one of those adverbs that we had, I think, in
Oh.
session 9. All right. Very well
So,
done.
um, and I, God, Shem went,
Yes.
and I went, and I found these six people. Uh,
Mhm.
Ijedu,
I'll just say 6 men, maybe. Mhm.
six men. Okay. Saying.
Yeah,
Sorry.
this is a participle, which somebody said.
Oh, oh, which said, um, who? Oh, I see. The people who were who were said to have stolen the
Almost,
wait.
almost. Close. Imagine there was, and I'm kind of surprised it isn't there, but imagine there was a pa in between, which isn't there.
The thief?
Yes, exactly. Um,
Okay.
so
Uh-huh.
the participle, or actually not participle, this is a, sorry, that's a relative.
Okay. I see. The six people who said the thief, they're naming the thief here, right?
The other way around. The six people, whom the thief.
Oh, okay.
This is like a,
Whom
like,
the
mhm.
thief and this guy's name is name again?
I think pi
Uh,
come in, if I
Pi
understand.
Kamen.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Hmm. Had said, or if that doesn't make sense, of course, in English. So how do we make that into
So
something
maybe
English?
he named exactly precisely six men who were, yeah,
Exactly. Hmm.
yeah.
So we have to, for this to make sense in English, we have to bring this towards the front. You could either make it like exactly those whom the thief pikeman had named, or you could make it, I found exactly these six men whom the thief pikeman had named. It's just that the syntax
I see.
in Egyptian works very differently from ours, so we have to be a bit creative there. But yeah,
Okay.
this is clearly like this is almost like a relative sentence or it is a relative sentence in English. Um, and the thing that throws us off is that jet here is being used to like indicate maybe, had named, indicated, something of that nature.
Hmm.
All right, very good job.
Cool.
So here are our sequentials. Yui Shemi and I went. Yui Gemi and I found. Should be, of course, Yui had Shemi, Yui had Gemi, but the her so often drops out. Um, let's talk a bit about what's the verb form that it leans on. It's this one. So I heard is a what tense or what verb form is that?
Just a past Sedgemath.
That's what it is. So I heard that blah 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 blah. So there's a past HMF, and basically this leans on it. This is continuing the initial verb. Yeah, and that's it. Bonus question for anybody. Na remech henu. What kind of verb form might that be?
What does Henu mean again?
Henu is to run, or it can also just be to go. Traditionally means like to go quickly, but honestly, in some sentences, it just looks like it's a past of to go.
Those people who run. It's not like a stative, is it? Those people who are runners or in the
I
state
think
of
it is a stative actually.
people.
Let me see if yeah, Neveu agrees. He has it as Chen with a he has a zero there to indicate that it is a stative. Yeah, it is a stative. So this is really, I would take that as a like Naremechenu by themselves would be the men had run, sorry, or the men had gone. So yeah, I just take it as a past statement. I learned that they had gone. Before I learned it, they have like a sequence of tenses here, and then this is like a purpose clause to do something something, namely to take possession of the shrine. Um, and then the main narrative continues. And then I did this, and then I did that. And then there's like a relative sentence glued in there. Quite complex syntactically when you think about it. But apart from this, we had all the other forms before. So um, it is understandable when you pass it piece by piece. Any questions? If not, then let's do another one.
Just a quick one. What
Sure.
period is that from, do you think?
Oh,
Do you know?
let me see. Good question. What's the source? I took everything today from Neveu.
Hmm.
A court deposition, this is, as you would have guessed. KRI 6. KRI 6805. Couldn't tell you, would have to look it up. KRI6. Ugh, that's the one that 805, I think I said. This is very useful and unfortunately not that easy to find in completeness. Renaissance years. So that's from the tomb robberies then, which makes sense. From the tomb robberies of Ramses the 11th. So actually, this would be fairly contemporaneous with our Venemun next week. Basically, the end of the Ramesside age, Ramses 11. So just before the end of the 20th dynasty. After that, we have the next intermediate period. And yeah, during that time, we have tomb robberies. So that's where it's from. Great question. All right. If there's nothing else, let's continue to the next one. I have a few more examples of the same kind. The word in here that is probably new is netch, or probably something like notch, or they always have different vowels in there, as you can tell in Coptic, right? Like storter and the like. So probably something like notch, or something of that nature. In any case, it means to ask, to inquire about something. The thing that you inquire about is glued directly onto the verb. And then if you want to say whom you're inquiring something from, you use MD. So the construction is a little bit different. This is also used a lot for greetings. To inquire about somebody, like inquire about your health, is essentially a way how to greet you. Like send my regards or something of that nature in English. So yeah, anybody want to take this one on? Let me switch already. Okay.
I'll give it a shot. It may get kind of noisy here, so
Oh, no worries.
okay. All right, so we have Hena Jed Erneti,
That's right. And
Ta Tai or Tai Shoot Shaut.
Yeah, normally shot, but
Shaut.
he's really spelling it with
Shot.
a W here. You're right.
Yeah, Shout. And then we have Shot Diut
Dude,
or
yeah.
Diu. Is that the word for yes or to? I'm not sure.
It looks like it, you're right. But
Yeah, Diu.
it's also something we had a long time ago when we talked about the pronouns. There is a way how to say of mine, of his, and of yours after nouns. For
That's acting
mine,
goofy.
it's go again.
No, I was saying you froze for a minute. My Wi-Fi is acting kind of goofy, so
Got you. There is a way how to, you're right, the word you to say yes looks the same, but there's also a possessive pronoun that you can put in after nouns. Like, for example, Pai Remich Anak, this man of mine.
mhm,
And the feminine, not the feminine, the second person singular is tut. And the third person is sut. You don't see them all that often, but they are like of yours in this case in English. If that makes, I hope that makes some sense.
mhm.
We have them in passing, not all that super common, but they do show up.
So you or one or you
Of you, it's a
of
genitive.
you
So
of you.
this is referring to whatever came before.
Mhm. Okay, so then we have Seperu or Seper,
That's right.
R-E,
That's right.
M, Deret,
Correct. Correct.
Shimsi or
Right.
Shimsi.
Yeah. Who knows about the weak consonants? I'll just take it. hmm
And we have Jehuti,
That's right.
Hatepu, person's name, Jehuti Tepu.
That's right. Shehuti Khattab. hmm
And we have M, Rinpet,
hmm
Ab, uh, month. Wa.
That's right. Which it's actually not a rampet, but it's
Oh, I missed it. Rinpet. Then we have a Medj. Is that a Medj?
that it is indeed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that a j?
Medj.
Is that a j or a d? I don't remember. I
Medj.
just go with the j. It becomes made in Coptic, so you can't tell. Okay. And then you get Abed, Wa. That's
Abed Wa.
Mhm.
Shamu. Su. I'm gonna say Mejtik. I don't know how to say 20 and lady.
Hey, no, you're very good. It's close. Mjute, but I'm not sure the M is still there, so just go with Juti.
And then we have Diu. Wait, 5.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Diu.
Very good. All right. Want to pause or continue?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and continue. Yeah, while the getting is good. Wait,
That works.
what gets noisy here? Okay, then we have Ir Inak. Oh wait, no. Yeah.
Wait, I think you're in the wrong line. We're still up here.
Oh, yep. Sorry. Whew. And then we have UE Shep Shesep Set.
That's right. Set.
Shesep.
Set.
We have UE Nej Ek. I guess this is MDF.
MDF, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
NE.
Shall we go again?
Yeah, I'm sorry. NE. Oh no, UF. We got the UF. And then yeah, Jet NE. Deck Unkti.
That's correct. Perfect. All right. That's quite a chunk of information there. So what do we make out of it?
All right. So we have this Hina Jet Erneti. Of course, I'm going to go literal at first. So I guess maybe it's kind of and saying with respect to that, I don't know how to cut that
Exactly.
down or.
Exactly. Neveu is it's one of those things that you do in letters where you say, hey, and another thing, like, or one more thing, or another point, basically. Another matter is what Neveu made it. I'll just go with that. But it's like one of those things where we would put a bullet point nowadays or a new paragraph.
And then we have us Itai shoot this papyrus of yours or this. Wait, that's not papyrus.
Letters.
Letters of yours. Okay, letters of yours.
This letter of yours. That's right.
Letter of yours. Arrive to me.
Perfect.
Imderet. See, I'm going to literal again. In the hand of a messenger of something.
Yes. Or when you think about M can also be from, like from the hand of the messenger.
From the hand of the messenger.
The
I'm
messenger.
sorry, guys. I'm on my phone. I'm screening here.
You're good. We can't hear a thing apart from you.
Okay. So the hands of a messenger, Jehuti Hotep.
That's right.
During, I guess, in the regal, in the year, in year 10, first month of Shemu, day 25, I think. Yeah, day 25.
Right. Of Shemu, day 25. Perfect.
And I don't know what Shusep is. Is it like receive?
Correct.
Received. And I received it. And wait, is that a stative? Wait, Nejnechkui or UE Nejnechkui or Ek?
Doesn't it look like one? It looks like a stative, but remember the sequential can only take infinitives. And
yeah, okay. And let's see, Nejnej. Well, you have it here for us, right? Nejnej. What does Nejnej? What does Nej mean? Nejnej?
Nejnej is to inquire about something, and the thing you inquire about becomes the direct object.
I inquired, and I asked about it, or
Nejnejek.
Oh, inquired about you.
And I inquired about you. That's
Inquired about
correct.
you. MD. MD, I guess with it, or
Yeah, with it, or who could F be?
Oh, is it him?
Correct.
The guy Jehudi. No, it's not
Correct.
Jehudi
No,
Hutep.
no, it's him. You're absolutely correct. The servant who came. So I inquired about you. How do we do this in English? What's the right preposition here? With
Him?
from him? From him? With him? Sorry, Aaron,
I
you were
think
saying?
two.
To
I think
him?
two. I inquired about you to him.
It's
Yeah, that
It's a
sounds
bit
good.
convoluted.
It's a bit convoluted, right?
Not him. To you.
Inquired.
So basically, let me fix it. And I asked him about you.
Yeah. There you go.
Yes,
So
thank you.
you really have to rebuild this in English because the way that they say it is like you guys said it. And I inquired about you from him is literally what they say, or with him. But of course, in English, we make it ask him about you. Yep.
And he said to me,
hmm
Dek Anchti. Um, Dek Anchti. I guess swear and you Dek Anchti.
Aha.
You swear. You swore it? No, not swear. What's not the meaning for Anki, I guess we could use.
So
And you spoke to me.
you're right that Anach it can be an oath or to swear an oath. And it comes from the fact that Anch is used very often in oaths, as long as somebody lives and somebody else lives. So think about the basic meaning of Anch, not oath.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid that. And you life,
Yes. And he said to me,
he said to me, you live?
yep, that you are alive.
That's right, alive. You live.
It's
Yeah, I
basic
don't
as
want to fall
that.
into that trap because every time people see Unc, everybody, 99.999% of people always say, oh, it means to live, life.
Right, right. In this case, it actually means to live.
In this case, it means that. Jeez.
I'm not.
And I
So let me
said
let me
to
go through this again. This letter of yours arrived to me, or reached me. So let me change that. Reached me. Let's make it idiomatic. By the hand of the servant, Jehudi Hotep in the regnal year, in the 10th regnal year, first month of Shemu, day 25. And I received it. I asked him about you, and he said that you're alive. Okay, I mean, I'm not sure how many dead people write letters, but that is a bit weird. I'm just trying to understand the situation here. But that's clearly what it said. So yeah, very well done. So you have a whole bunch of sequentials, which I saw didn't cause any problems. Again, this should be Yui Chershezep set, Yui or Shezepes. I mean, this should really be a suffix pronoun, but by now we're used to them writing set instead of s all the time, so this shouldn't throw anybody off too much. Yui Nejnejek, MDIF, Yui Jed, UF Jeff, Jed, and he said. You can just really always just glue an end in there in English, or you can make it more elegant. And I received it, asked him about you, and he said, I mean, but in principle, always putting an end here mentally is perfectly okay. This here is a stative, like you had, that you're alive. This is very normal, that you say tui antqui or tui antku. I'm alive. So you don't say, I think, typically you wouldn't say anchi or something for I'm alive, but you use the stative. I'm in the state of being alive, so to say. That's the way it is.
That's feminine, right? Uncti,
Good
feminine.
point.
And the toot, this letter of yours, that's feminine as well, right? So this
Well,
letter writer is female?
no, not
This letter of yours?
necessarily. Not necessarily,
Oh,
because
it's just second person.
the thing with the two is it's like no gender distinction. Um, but
Oh,
some
toot has no gender. Okay.
Yeah, so this could be yours or of yours, I should say,
Okay.
for a female or for feminine or for masculine speaker.
It makes sense then. I was wondering why they were using ek as the
Right,
person if it was a female writer, but it's not a female writer. Okay.
right. And let's take a quick look at the stative again, because you're bringing up a really good point there. The stative, Or wait, he doesn't call it stative. He calls it what does he call it? Is it the pseudo participle? Probably.
Pseudo participle.
Right. Okay, perfect. So let's take a look at the suffixes again, because that's a real bugbear since they change over time. It used to be to, and then it becomes T essentially. And I think that's for both genders then, if I'm not mistaken. It's also T for the feminine only for the third person, which is probably what you're thinking of. Like for whatchamacallit, for third person feminine subjects, it will be T. But yeah, for the second person, it's actually without distinction, I should say. That's a story there. It's funny, it's still the same essentially in Arabic. This thing lives on, and essentially you still have this. I think in Hebrew as well, if I'm not mistaken, the past. So yeah, this is a very long-living form in Afroasiatic languages, I should say. The one thing you don't have in Hebrew and Arabic, you don't have the K that has become a T. Um, yeah, that's the one big difference, but it's interesting to see. In any case, what then later happens in Coptic is essentially all the other endings fall off, and you either have a T or you have like a zero ending. And that depends on the verbs. Some verbs they just change the vowels, and some verb for this, like for infinitive versus dative, and some verbs they keep a T ending, and which verb does what also depends on the dialect. So sometimes the dative is formed differently in Sahidic than in Bohairic, for example. Just something you have to learn. Quite often it's just a different vowel pattern. So there's like you have this whole conjugation that becomes, it gets condensed further and further until there's really only one form left for all persons. Okay, I hope that helped a little bit. So that's our Ankhti. In earlier stages, it would have been Ankhtu. Okie doke, very well done. Any questions about this sentence?
Pretty good.
Okay, very good. I mean, a few more things to point out, maybe. Taishat tut, this letter of yours. Why doesn't he just say Taik shat? Because he wants to, which would be your letter, he wants to emphasize this letter of yours, no other letter. And if you already used the tai before, you can't put another possessive article. You can't say taik or something. That doesn't work. So that's why you have to use that more rare possessive pronoun of yours after it. So if it were this letter of mine, it would be tai sha'at anak. If it would be this letter of his, I think it would be Tai Sha'at Sut. So you have to use the special pronoun basically. Then a you have a stative, which is normal for past tense of motion verbs, and that's exactly what it is here. So this letter of yours has reached towards me, and then just like in Coptic, you use entot from the handoff. In other words, by the follower, or really that means servant, by the servant Jehudi, then the long string of time indication, and then a whole bunch of sequentials. Pretty complex by now, the sentences. I like it. All right. One more.
I can give it a go.
That sounds good. Let's do it.
Always plunge in. Well, the first, it's ear inic,
Mhm.
like D.
That's right.
I'm not sure how this sentence, but D-Y and
Oops. Sorry. Wrong font. Be right back. Here we go.
Ma and
Oh,
E
I should have
and
glossed this
U.
one. Let me make it a bit bigger. We're here, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Ma and
is that
D.
DU or is that DIU? I don't know. What does liver have? Here's DIU. I don't know this word. Let's
Uh,
look it up in a moment. Hmm.
yeah. N. Tai E. Shri.
That's right.
Looks like a shriek.
Should be sharit, yes.
So that's the main sentence.
Mhm.
You say, oh, Gab.
Gab, yeah, and actually I glossed that one. It's Gabi, which very often is spelled with an extra aleph.
Oh,
So
well, I see. Yes.
it's to
Got
be
it.
weak.
I hadn't noticed that. Yes, Gabti.
Gab T, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
that sounds like a stative. Her,
Mhm.
uh, hier, say, her, senep.
Mhm.
Okay. You, her, have, een, say,
Mhm.
her, jed.
Mhm.
Right. Im,
That's right.
to,
Mm.
f, imtoof.
Imtuf, that's right.
It's imi tooth. I'm always, yeah, right. Yeah.
Hang on, be right back. We'll get an imperative marker in there. Okay. Uh-huh.
Now, where am I?
At
Oh,
the
oh,
at the
imi
last blue
tooth,
part.
right.
Hmm.
You say,
Sorry.
hum.
Hang on, I'm completely confused here. Give me a moment. All right.
Yeah, right.
You had you say.
You say, her, tem. Oh, oh, I see it's a scroll. D, D2.
You're absolutely
D2.
correct. That's right. And that's, of course, again from some judicial recording or something. Somebody's making
Yeah.
a formal complaint here. What do you make out of it? Oh,
Well, we
I think
need
we need
we
one
need to
word,
look
right?
up du, don't we? For
Yeah,
diu.
let's look that up.
Is it diu? That's right.
Uh, sorry, where's my browser for this? Bear with me. That's not it. Here we go. Diu. Nope, that doesn't fit. Oh, maybe because bear with me.
Mhm.
So that's some kind of cloth, Diu
Yeah.
cloth. I think in the trans. So here they're saying they're just they're pretty much not translating it at all.
Oh,
Um, he said skirt, never.
right.
Um, one more
I
opinion.
notice it. I notice it has a textile symbol.
It does have a textile symbol, so
Yeah.
it's we could stay with Dayu cloth, whatever that is.
Yeah.
But let's take a look at what. Nope, that didn't work. Dayu. Nope. Whatever the problem may be.
Hmm.
A wad of linen, a bale of cloth, or a garment made out of that. So now I see the confusion. It could be either the textile itself, or it could be something made from that textile.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
need to know from context what exactly this person
Yeah.
did.
Now I think I get the gist of it.
Okay, go for it.
Uh, ear, ear I think means as for me or for
It does.
myself.
It does indeed. As for
I'm
me,
not sure why what that does in the sentence, but that's it.
probably, yeah, probably something must have been speaking about the other person before, I'm guessing,
Yeah.
and now you're
Yeah.
focalizing back on, well, as for myself, I did this and this.
Yes. Both themselves gave
Mhm.
I assume it means I gave.
Yeah, you would think there's a missing E here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And do you, at least a, a piece of cloth, a,
Right.
a clothing to tie shriek to my daughter.
Hmm.
Then we have this. So that's the original sentence.
Pretty much, although we'll talk about that in a moment, what the use it thingy here is.
Well, that's the beginning of the continuation, isn't it? You
And you would
you
think,
said Gebti. She was unwell.
right. The only problem is that continuation only works with infinitives.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So this is a
Hmm.
different you.
So it maybe it's just an adverb
That's
uh,
right. Correct.
clause stuck on the end of the sentence.
It's a circumstantial.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it,
while she was ill or when she was
you
ill.
got it exactly. While she was ill. Perfect. Or
Yeah.
unwell. Yeah.
Yes. Then and
hmm
here es Senem. Well, she got better. She
hmm Right. Maybe we just say when in English. When she got better.
yeah.
Perfect.
Uh, I her haben es. I sent to her or I wrote to her
hmm Super. Yep.
her dread saying in order
hmm
to say
Yep.
uh, give it
That's right. Give it back, I guess. No?
presumably to me.
Yeah.
Her another sort of continuation and
hmm
um, some D2F she didn't give it.
That's right. And she did not give it.
And that's my case.
Say again, that's my case. Yeah,
That's my complaint.
exactly. Well, it's probably longer than that, but yeah. No, you're absolutely right. That's what it is. Okay, so let's take a look at that grammatically. Lot of interesting stuff happening here. So first off, you're emphasizing the subject for the next part. As for myself, this is probably indeed DE, so there's a subject missing here. I gave one piece of cloth or garment of that cloth to my daughter while she was being unwell. So this here looks like it could be a continuation, but it isn't. It's very clear from the stative. This is as she was being unwell. So there's multiple things that can start with US. There is the sequential that we're talking about. There is the circumstantial, basically indicating something that happened around that time, or basically that's like another piece of information, essentially. There's of course also the third future, but that one would have normally would have an R after the after that. It would be followed by an infinitive. Those are like the three most common scenarios with the EU. Okay, here her iris, her senep, and when she was getting better. I guess this should be when she was getting better, actually, because it's a her plus infinitive. I wonder if it was like when she was better already. I would
Yeah,
think you might have used the stative. I'm not sure.
yeah, I think I read in my new book,
Ah,
Satzinger, that hair doesn't necessarily mean continuous. So it doesn't mean
right.
getting better. It just means she got better
But that's
or she
true. He
gets
makes that
better
point. He makes
or
that
she gets
point.
better.
Okay, let's go. It would make more sense in context for sure. That's then I wrote to her and said blah blah blah, and she didn't do it. And now here you can see the tem. So it is really her tem die tooth. So normally in an what would you in an initial sentence if you just wanted to say full stop, she didn't give it back to me. How would you say that as a freestanding sentence, not as a continuation? It's everybody's favorite verb form, I know.
Can we use first present to say that? and she
Um,
didn't.
then you would
No,
essentially be saying so you're saying yeah, with the burden in front, that would really be she doesn't give it back. How do you make it a negated perfect? She didn't give it back.
yes.
Is this a boo-pooey one?
It is. That's why I say it's
Yeah.
everybody's
Yeah.
favorite verb form. You would do it this way. Pupuis
S
dituf.
D F. Yeah.
I just wanted to show that again because that's where everybody always gets tripped up. That we have this special form for the perfect, the negative perfect. That's what you would use. But in a continuous narration, instead you use this. Jus gedem dituf. Why dituf? Because this is a infinitive. So it should really be ditef. But since the T is already silent, has been silent probably for 500 years at least, they spell it with an extra W to say, in this case, the T is being pronounced. This here is a bit wild. Why does she say imi? What does he say? I'm assuming it's a male speaker. Can't know that for sure, but why does the speaker say imituf and not imisu? We had that in the chapter about the imperative. Sometimes they use this new kind of made up um, pronoun, which essentially comes from the situation where you have infinitive plus suffix pronoun, and then you reanalyze that as d plus tuf, and then you get like a new object pronoun that is tuf, and they sometimes use that with the imperative as well. It's just language change, you know? So that's what's happening here. Pretty cool, actually. All right, very well done. Any question about this sentence? All right. I think the sequential itself is probably not giving too much trouble. I have two more examples from the Neveu book, and then next time we can move on to the conjunctive. One that is interesting is after Wennen Chersegem, which basically has a meaning of once something happens. So this is a fixed expression. So once you would need a subject here. Sorry, I didn't put the subject in here, but once somebody hears something, then something, and that then something is also with the sequential. So while everything we had so far was in a past narrative context, that's not the only way you can use it. You can also use it in this construction. I'm not sure. Anybody want to try this one real quick? Again, netch is not in the sentence. I just made a copy and paste mistake. Are there any words that we need? Not really. I think we had all this before. Anybody want to try?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right.
So we have Winenu, Winenu,
Mhm.
Dai, and Shait again.
That's right.
Shait,
I think it's just chat.
Shat. Her Super Erek.
That's right.
And we have U Ek, Dit,
Mhm.
U, Pa, Remet.
Mhm.
And we have UF, Shemet, Er, Shesep, Na, Eat, Eut. Is that the word for grain, I think? Eut.
It is. That's right. Perfect. What do you make out of it?
Well, I guess according to what you said, I mean, I don't know what the morpheme U is, but I guess once my letter arrived to you or reached you,
That's right. Once my letter reaches you or has reached you, technically there's like a mhm, mhm,
you edit, and you allowed it to return and allowed it to come to the man. No, that's not right.
mhm.
Uh,
The key part is what is this here? After D, when you cause something, What kind of
Mm-hmm.
verb form comes after that? I cause that something happens. What do you put it in?
I caused that. I caused that it arrive. Not an infinitive. No, wait. You eat. No, this would be. Wait. So after the causative, would it be subjunctive?
100%. Yes. Subjunctive, F. Yes.
Subjunctive. Mm-hmm.
So the
Subjunctive. So that
F.
means.
Mhm.
Ooh, I guess now I got to translate it now. I caused, and you caused that.
Oops.
And you caused that. Or you permitted, allowed that it come. No, that it may come.
But who? Who comes?
Uh, who comes? Oh, the man. The man.
Exactly.
The
For,
man
for, for,
comes.
for us, it's super complicated as English speakers or second language English speakers because we're used to the subject coming before the verb. It's a F.
Mhm.
So it is, you cause that the man comes, and not just any man, but
And the man comes, and he went out to receive those grains of those.
yeah.
He went
And,
out.
and this is a bugbear. I consider whether we want to use that sentence or not, because I must admit I don't fully understand the last part. Neveu says, "Who will go to receive the the grain?" That's what he made out of it, and he says, "This is a future." Oops, no, it's
Oh,
not
so
a.
it's a third future for him, right? Yeah, it's a.
That's what he says. But what confuses me is, so this would be a relative sentence, right, in English. Equivalents of relative sentences in Late Egyptian normally have NT, unless they're like past tense. You get a relative sentence with you, which looks like a circumstantial almost. You get those for in undefined subjects. So if it were a word image, a man, and then you put a circumstantial after it, a man who will receive the grain or something, then you would really use UF. But in this case, it's defined. It's part image. So I'm not sure why he puts UF and not NT. I
Mhm.
I made a note to myself that I'm going to read up on this one. I'm assuming that Niver is right. There is something I've seen in grammars where it says you can use a UF sentence as a replacement for a purpose clause. So like the man who, like in order to do something. But honestly, I have to admit, I'm not completely sure what happens in the second part of the sentence. I don't think it's a sequential. It's something else. This here is a sequential. That you see a lot after when and something happens. But once something happens, you will do this, and then there's something else. But I'm not completely sure what the second thing is.
Why can't it be a sequential? Why can't it just be, and he will go to receive the grain?
Maybe, huh? Maybe it could be.
Because, I mean, it's an infinitive, right, Shemet? So,
It could be. You're right. Um, I'll have to check Chernigal. I'm honestly at this point in time, I don't know. I'm a bit agnostic on that. But you're right. I mean, just from the form, you could think this is another UF Kharisha. And in a way, I like it better because a defined antecedent for a relative sentence normally wouldn't have EU, I thought. I don't know. All will be revealed next time or not, depending on if there's anything in Chernigal. I tried to do a quick look. I couldn't find anything, but that's probably on me. All right. Hey, we're at the end of the 1 hour. Let me do the last one real quick then. Just to point out one last thing about the sequential. You can also use it after an adverbial phrase. It doesn't have to be a verb before it. So you can also do this here, which is basically khar ir kharsa. And after that, this is just an adverbial expression, right? No verb in there. You to kharka. I should probably spell this out. Hang on. So, gerir, gersa, and after that, you too. The English version, at least, of Neveu has a mistake here. The two is not in there. but I looked it up in KRI. It should be there. U2 hör ha sech, I guess, or secha, and this guy's name is Hortel. Okay. So Horus, no? Ter. This is NR in group writing together becomes syllable final L. So that's why you read the whole thing as Hortel. You can tell it's a name because again it ends in a A1 man. Her, ter, and metret. And after that, one released, let go, literally put, but very often it means also set free. So one let go the scribe portal at the time of noon. So that again is from some kind of court proceedings. So again, our sequential. And the only interesting point here is it is not a verb form before that, but just an adverb, which you can also do. All right. And then next time we can look at the other part, at the conjunctive, and then we should be done with the continuing the continuative forms. Any closing questions? I haven't done homework for forever. Question here. Should I not? Or should I put a poll into the channel and then everybody can just click yes or no anonymously? Okay, I will do so. Let me know where you guys stand on that. I haven't done it forever.
I think it'll be anonymous if you put it in the channel, though.
Damn, you blew my cover. So yeah, in any case, I will ask. Okay, guys. So yeah, thanks so much. Have a great weekend and see you either next week or the following.
Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
thanks.
guys. Have a great
Everybody.
weekend.